Okay, welcome to Wednesday session. Mhm. We used to have a Wednesday session long time ago. Uh, in about for about 3 years ago, the Tuesday session used to be today. Yeah, but for Buddhist session, we have it time to time. But now I would like to start it again. And what we are doing here today, we will start from meditation. Let me see something. Yeah, we start with meditation. Then there will be a teaching, Buddhist teaching from me, and about the last 10 minutes, there will be a time for Q&A. If you have any question, or if you would like to request anything, if you have any thing you would like to know more, you can tell me. And normally every when I talk about Buddhist teaching, I like to start with meditation all the times. Some people, many people think that if they want to learn something like, for example, meditation, they don't need to um, uh, they want to learn something about Buddhism, meditation may be not necessary for them. I can find many scholars and many people who read about Buddhism from books, from textbooks, and they don't practice meditation. But I actually in the past, if we look back to the Buddha time, normally the words of the Buddha is like a words that take people out of their attachment, mental attachment, something like that, to bring them to clear their mind, to be able to see the truth behind their life more clearly and make them take them to some kind of realization. And those kind of realization of life, sometimes we call it enlightenment. Yes. So that, but for this day, human mind is more complicated than the past. Like I talked in Tuesday class sometime that people in the past, if you want to live on this planet, you may learn to do something simple and you can live with it your entire life. Like if you know how to catch a bug, catch an insect, and you can sell it. If you know how to pick it eatable mushroom, if you know how to go fishing, yeah, to bake a cake, and you don't need to learn many things more. You don't need to learn about social media, about how to sell your product. You learn just one simple skill and you use that skill to exchange for something that you want from other people. You have people don't think about money, they don't know about it, they just share their skill, use that skill to help other people and share it with each other. So the minds of people in the past usually more simple than this day. Yeah. And that's why before we welcome Natalie. No problem. That's why before I start talking about Buddhist teaching, yes, I would like to start with meditation to clear your mind. And I assume that some of you here may prefer to do it as well, because you join meditation class many times. Yeah. So before we learn more about Buddhism, let's start meditation together.
Let's meditate together. Sit with your back straight, your feet flat on the floor, and your hands together on your lap. Imagine that in front of you is a vast, empty space where there is nothing and no one around you. Look straight, as if you look into the horizon, very far, far away, and rest your eyesight over there. Start blinking your eyelids and close them very softly and gently. Close your eyes very softly and gently. Slide down your eyelids in a very soft and gentle way. Do not force them to close. Just close them very softly and gently. And relax every part of the body. Release and let go of everything from the mind. Whatever you have in the mind, whether it's work, family, or responsibility, leave it behind for a while. And relax every muscles in your body. From the tip of your head down to your toes. Relax the muscles of your forehead down to your cheek and your chin. Feel relaxed down to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles on your chest, down to your stomach, your hips, your thighs, your knees, feel relaxed all the way down to your feet, to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. When the body feels more relaxed, we are not going to worry about the body anymore. I would like you to pay attention on the awareness of your breath. Breathe in deeply, softly, and slowly. Feel the soft and gentle awareness of your breath going in and out of your body. Adjust your breathing so that your breath becomes softer and more refined. Breathe in and out, slowly, softly, and deeply. Few more times. And feel the soft and gentle awareness of your breath going all the way to the middle of your stomach. Observe the feeling when the air softly arriving and touching an empty space in the middle of your stomach. If you breathe softly and gently, the feeling in the middle of your stomach will become softer and more refined. This feeling can be similar to a bird feather floating down from the sky and touching softly and slowly a calm surface of water. So soft and gentle. The feather does not disturb the calmness of the water surface. Let's repeat the breathing a few more times. And feel as if there is something soft and gentle in the middle of our stomach. This awareness is called the center of the body. When this awareness becomes clearer, we do not have to care about the breathing anymore. But let's continue maintaining on the awareness of the center of the body. As long as you can, as soft, as gentle as you can. If your mind got distracted by external environment or by your own thoughts, do not worry, as it happens to everyone. Do not feel frustrated or annoyed. Softly and gently bring your attention back to the center of the body again and again. You may follow the awareness of your breath to the center of your body one more time. To confirm the awareness of the center, and stay with the feeling as long as you can. But if your mind got distracted, I would like you to repeat a mantra in your mind few times. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Samma means the right way, and Arahant means the purest state of the mind. Feel vibration of the voice radiating from the center of your body. Samma Arahang, 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 Samma Arahang. Do not just listen to my voice. The mantra will be more effective if you repeat on your own in your mind. Continue repeating the mantra for a while. Until the end of the meditation, or until you feel that the voice of the mantra disappears. And you have a feeling that you don't want to repeat the mantra anymore. When that feeling comes, just stay still. There is no need to repeat the mantra anymore. Samma Arahang, 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 Samma
สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Notice how your mind stay calm maintain the sense of calmness and peace at the center of your body or where you feel comfortable. In some meditation session, our mind can be so difficult to be still. Please don't mind to open your eyes sometime to reset how you adjust the mind to stay in meditation state and continue staying with your meditation object, whether it be visualized object or mantra, or just an emptiness of peace. Please still continue meditating together in silence. สัพพิพุทธาภลปัตตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเชนลักขังปันธามิสัพพโสสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีปะวันตุเตสาธุ How do you feel now? It is too bright. Too bright. Yes. For this Wednesday class, today is like an introduction. I would like to talk about what we are going to. I'm going to talk for about 12 weeks. Yeah. I named the course Basic Buddhism because most of the things that I'm going to talk, it will be like something very basic, but you may heard a lot in your school. I'm not sure, but when I went to some school around here, they have learned about it a bit. But I would like to talk about it more in sometimes I cannot understand our TV. But I think no problem. Yes. And it's like there are like many Buddhist schools now, like Christian, there are like Church of England, Protestant, something like that. For Buddhism, there are many schools, and I believe that it's quite difficult for some people who has no Buddhist background from in the young age to know that what is Buddhism. And for this 12 weeks, what I'm going to talk in these 12 weeks, it will be only the central idea that even you interest in other Buddhist school, perhaps Mahayana, if you ever heard about the Tibetan school, what I'm going to talk about also is like a central concept, central idea that it belongs to all Buddhist schools. It's not just my Buddhist school, it's Theravada school. I may talk about it more about different schools, but not today. What I would like to talk today is about why should we learn Buddhism, and what is Buddhism? What is Buddhism? Why should we learn about it? Yes, so that you can have some basic understanding about what we are going to learn more next. Let me. Before I'm going to talk why should we learn Buddhism or what is Buddhism, let's look back to our life, because Buddhism is kind of a set of knowledge that help improve our quality of life in some way. Look at the fact of our life by through this short clip video. Life in 30 seconds. Actually, it should be, our life is longer than that. Yeah. But it's like this. It's like we do the same thing. I'm not sure if it's too short. But there is normal human life. human being life. That when we were born, we have been surrounded by our parents or someone who adopt us, maybe grandparents, our relatives. They raise us. They taught us how to crawl, how to walk, how to speak, how to eat. And when we grew up, they sent us to school to study something more. And the school may tell us about our future. We should find a job. We should do something. You should learn. You should get a higher degree. Something like that. It's like the world, the society create a pattern for us to be something, and we may be a small part to decide that we may be able to have some idea, which it covered by the idea of the society that we don't know that they know about their life or not. Some people it's like when I was young, I thought that my parents they know everything, but I'm quite sure that we all know that when we grow up, sometimes we need to raise our kids. If you have kids, we are still not sure about ourselves, but we cannot wait to know everything because life is short. And when we have a family, when we have them, we have to raise them. We have to share our knowledge to them. And as the time passes, yes, our children, those children you may have or may not have, they may have kids. We may grow up. Our parents who teach us, which I don't know, they understand about their life. They are satisfied. They are happy. They know what is life or not. Finally, they have to pass, and finally, everyone have to go one day. And throughout our lifetime, each of us has to encounter countless experiences, both good and bad, which cause us to feel joyful, sometimes sad, happy, unhappy, stressed, frightened, confused. Sometimes we feel very stressed out, very fearful, unhappy, and we sometimes we don't know how to handle our emotions, and we need to seek something to be refuge. If we have some reliable parents or friend, it may be good, but sometimes we don't know, we have nothing to rely on, to lean on. Like, for example, if you take an exam and you want to get a good score, you need to only one that you can rely on is your skill, yourself, your knowledge. But sometimes we want some kind of power to help us. That makes some people find their refuge in deities, nymphs, ghosts, or some strange animal. Like sometime in Thailand, in my country, I'm not sure about this current country, but in my country, some people find some perhaps animal with an ox with five legs, and it's like it can be their refuge. They may worship those kind of animals, some strange thing that we don't understand. So we don't understand why it happens. It may not happen a lot this day. It actually still happen a lot in many countries. But I think more people have like more knowledge to understand that it's just some maybe their gene or something like that that make them become like that. And some people may find their refuge in a religion, and we have to go through something like this unstable emotion. Our entire life until the day we die. For some people who can find some good knowledge, they may have something to be their refuge until the last moment of their life. Their refuge doesn't mean only religion. It can be some simple concept that they have in their mind, like I should be happy every second. If I am not happy, if I am unhappy, it may waste my time. There are some people, we can have some of our idea to live our life happily. Yeah, this photo I just want to show that we just follow the footstep of the older the generation in the past, the past generation, and the new generation still follow us. And some people may they may not find their refuge in their mind, so they try to find happiness from something that they can see, because they cannot make them content from their thought, from their attitude, from their understanding. So they try to gather things more. Yeah, like if I can have this, it may make myself happier. But when they have it, they may want to have it more, like a dog, the dog and the shadow. That even though the dog have a meat, but it still want another meat. Yeah. Sometimes when we have some problems in life, and actually we should be able to solve that problem easily. But when the problems come, sometimes it's like something come to attack our mind, and we cannot know how to solve the problem. What I told you, greed and the unknown things that make us cannot solve problem. It is in Buddhism. Sometimes we call it like mind poisons. That the cause of it is from in Pali word we call it avijja or ignorance. Ignorance. Knowers of the past thought that the basis of human life is the same for everyone, in that we are born with ignorance. This word, avijja or ignorance. We were born with ignorance. We don't know why we are born, or what is the objective of life. What make our life become this way? Why we are lucky? Why we are unlucky sometimes? Why something happened to our life? All of us learn to do things following someone who leads us, someone who teaches us, or some information that we take into our mind, and we believe that it seems reasonable for us, so we take it to be our knowledge. We may question certain things only after we or other people did have some problems, and we start to question, it is right to live in this way? Should we find something else? Like some people make an investment in something, and when like it can be some kind of studying something or some business, and at first they may believe that they will get benefit from it, but when they start to see some people fail from it, sometimes we start to realize it may be a wrong way. But our life is not just business or make an investment in some kind of knowledge, but every first step of us is like we make an investment all the time to be something, and every action it will have something that follow up in the future. So the major problem of life, in Buddhist idea is from the word ignorance. We don't know the reason, the cause of what we have now. So the question is, what should be our refuge, like a knowledge, to help us to solve, to take us from a difficult time that we cannot handle our problem in life, or when we don't understand something, that we have problem, or when we start to question ourselves, that why we are born, what should be a refuge, our refuge, to make us, at least we don't need to understand everything. Our life is too short to understand everything, but at least we should know something that can help us die happily in the final moment. And Buddhism is like a set of teachings, set of knowledge that can guide us out of fear and pain. Because fear and pain is like the most part that bring difficulties to our mind, and also affect us to the last moment of our life. Many people die in pains because the moment when we are dying, some people start to wonder what's going to happen next, and what's going to happen to people around me, to my money, to my home, something like that. And Buddhism will guide us out of those fear and those pain. Yes. And now let's start from what is Buddhism. Buddhism means, actually the word Buddhism, like I talk about it in Makha Abhisha Day. In that time, there is no one who categorized the idea of knowledge to be the word religion. There are just different kind of knowledge. Some people believe in knowledge of medicine. They may just learn about it until the end of their life. Some people believe that, I should find a way to be happy. They may try to learn about it, and they can make themselves to be a teacher, to teach other people to be happy. But for Buddhism, the Buddha, he start from understanding about suffering, realization about suffering, and try to find a way to liberate himself from it. And what's come after liberation from suffering is happiness. So there is what's come after the first objective of the Lord Buddha, when he tried to find his own path. Buddhism means the teaching of the Buddha, and the Lord Buddha, he enlightened knowledge through the process that we call enlightenment. And the core of Buddhism, the next thing I would like to tell you is the core. How can we learn more about Buddhism? The core of his teaching has to do with what we call triple gems. There are three things. The first gem is the Buddha. The second gem is the Dharma, his teaching, and the last one is the Sangha, or the monks. And there are actually two kinds of triple gem. The first one is internal. Internal is triple gem. It is what we can get through meditation. Like the Buddha, when there was once in the Buddha time that the Buddha, he questioned himself that many people take the Buddha as their refuge, and what should I take as my refuge? He questioned himself because he had so many disciples at that time, and he started to wonder, oh, many people have something to rely on, have some refuge, and what should be my refuge? And he realized that, oh, the knowledge that I understand, I realize from through the process of meditation. And it is what we call internal tribalism. It is the knowledge, it is what dwells inside every human being. It is what we all be able to attain, to achieve it. So actually it's from the practice of meditation. But it's not only meditate to be calm, but meditate to be clear and to be able to see through something and understand something more about life. So what comes after meditation, it should be realization of something, and this internal active process. But I would say that these days, in the Buddha time, during the Buddha time, it is easy for people to achieve this thing, what we call internal process. That when they practice meditation or when they listen to some teaching of the Buddha, and their minds in very calm state, very is in the correct state, and their mind is so clear that make them realize some bigger picture of the life of their life, and lots of knowledge come after. I want to say that actually that like in Buddhist belief, we believe that we all human beings, we have like more knowledge than books in library that contain within us, but it's waiting for us to achieve, to be there, to reach it. And when we reach that place, we would be able to acquire those knowledge. And this is the understanding from meditation from the Buddha, that it's like when he attained to the right state, it's like he understand many things, and he could teach people who in all kinds of people to be happy and to escape from suffering. He can teach people to be rich. He can teach parents to how to raise their kids. He can teach many things, not only about meditation. There is internal process. And for the next thing, if we cannot achieve that thing yet, we can still learn from the Buddha, the two process, the Buddha, his teaching, and the monks. It's like when we want to get to know someone, we should get close to those person by some way, maybe a book about that person. Like if you like, I'm not sure, Bill Gates, for example. I don't know much about him, but if you want to know about him, if you cannot get close to him, you may read his books, a book about him. This is how we can get close to Buddhism, to his knowledge more, by the Dhamma, or by some people who follow his footsteps. Yeah. And this is the last one, the monks. Yeah. And again, let me take you back to the term, what is Buddhism again? The word Buddhism appeared the first time in Makapusha Day. Yes, if you join us last month, the word Buddhism appeared for the first time this day, Makapusha Day, to those 1,250 monks. It's like the important day of the third waxing moon. in that day, the Buddha he taught people like principles, and part of his teaching includes the following Pavasakaranang, something like that. But in English is to commit no deeds, to do only good deeds, wholesome deeds, and make your mind clear and bright. And he end this teaching with, this is what every Buddha teaches. And it is what every Buddha teaches is the word Buddhism. So Buddhism is mean what Buddha teach. It is the word Buddhism. So it doesn't mean Buddhist religion, but it mean Buddhism mean what Buddha teach. This is the meaning of Buddhism. And the reason why I say that the core of Buddhist teaching has to do with triple gem comes from the reference found in the last moments of the Buddha life. The Buddha said in his final moment of his life, he said, "Behold, monks, should any one of you have any doubt or question about the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the path, or any other practices, let you ask it now so that you won't have to regret later that you didn't take the opportunity to ask me your question while I am still here with you." So in the last moment of his life, he allowed all his disciples to ask him about the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, or his path. So it's like he told people that this is what you should know. If you still have any doubt about it, you should ask right now. So that's why if you want to learn about Buddhism in any schools, it's kind of important to understand that there are three gems in Buddhism. In my understanding, you may learn about it a bit in your school. I'm not sure about your school in the past, but I believe that the kids this day they have learned about it. And why must we learn about Buddhism? Now, why must we learn about it? There are two main reasons to learn about the reality of life and how to live our life correctly. The second one maybe to benefit ourselves and our fellow beings. So first, about ourselves, to understand things, and second, about benefit. And we learned about the reality of life because Buddhism can provide answers to such questions: why we are born, what is our life objective, is there hell, is there heaven, what can we do to be reborn, if there is a heaven, what, or if there is a better realm, or if there is a next life, if there is, how can we have a better life, what makes us born differently, what makes animal different from each other. Buddhism answers some questions like this. And why are some people born wealthy while others are born desperately poor? Why are some people good looking while others are hungry? Why some people smart and hardworking and are still poor? And why some people they are so lazy and they can have they are very wealthy and have very happy life? Buddhism can answer some questions like this to make us can shape our life in a better way. And to answer this question, this answer actually has been preserved in this kind of books. If you want to learn about it, there are a book this time about 45 books. If you want to learn about it. And I'm quite sure that perhaps about 99% of Buddhist people they don't read it. because there are too many of it. That's why you can learn it from the secondary knowledge. Some people who read this book and they write it in their language that depend on their knowledge and their understanding. So in some case, people also worship this text, but it's not what the Buddha had in his mind. What the Buddha has in his mind is the best way. If someone want to worship him, the best way, like I told you in Makapusha, is to practice through the practice. And most people in the world may manage their time by listing the things that they must do. This about why we should learn about Buddhism. Yes, and in order of importance, we list our things in order of importance. But if we still do not know the truth of our life, how should we know what is the most important thing? When we want to do something, we do it by order that we think, right now this is important, we must do it. But if we don't know what is the most important thing behind our life, how can we order it correctly? How can we? And we may at times wonder why there are still so many people in the world, in spite of the fact that they may be working hard, like the question, and they are still unlucky. So yes, it's quite important to know the correct priority, so that we can live our life in a better way. I want to answer those questions to you now, because today is introduction. But how can we believe what I told you? It's like I'm selling Buddhism to you, that you should learn it, so that you can understand something behind your life. But how can we believe that the last Buddha's teachings are correct? And there is what he told people. The Buddha told people. The Buddha, he told his disciples that we should not just believe in any teachings, however credible they may be, until we have proven to ourselves whether the teachings are good or bad, correct or incorrect. This is how the Buddha told other people. You don't need to believe in me. You just listen and prove it yourself. If you prove it and you find that it is good for your life, you can believe in it. But it doesn't matter how believable it is. It doesn't matter. But if you do it and it's not good to your life, you should not believe in it. Even though the Buddha said it, what he said, if it's not good for you, you don't need to believe in me. He told people like that. And he told people with this word, go come and prove it to yourself. How? Not the word how. Come and prove it to yourself. I'm not sure why the word how is here. And the second reason why should we learn Buddhism, learning how to benefit ourselves and our fellow beings. In Buddhism, there are three phases. Yes, three phases of our life. The aim of learning Buddhism, we learn it to be beneficial to our life in three phases. The first one is to gain benefit in the present lifetime. And in Buddhism, we believe in next life, to gain benefit in the next lifetime, and about the ultimate benefit is the liberation of suffering. And there's some example about benefit in lifetime. For example, to have livelihood, have good friends. Livelihood means earning a living through honest, lawful, and moral means. There's we can cultivate from our talents, ability through education. So this knowledge also cover what we should do in our present life, like to be better in education, something like that. It means that whatever work or profession we have decided to do, we must do everything in a good way to have right livelihood. And also about good friends, economic stability and sufficiency economy. This what the Buddha talk about the present life, and what the Buddha talk about next life. It has to do about set our life goals, that to live our benefit more than this lifetime, maybe happiness in next life. So some about next life actually is something that too difficult to prove. Too difficult to prove, but I will say that we can consider it's like when we do something for next life, maybe to be good people for our next life, we can consider it as make an investment in life insurance. When we spend money on life insurance, we don't know that we will get accident or anything or not, but we want to make sure that we will have something to help us when we need it. So what the Buddha teach us about next life, Buddhism teach us about next life. We do believe that there is a next life, but I just told you that you shouldn't believe it if you cannot prove it. So you can just consider it as a life insurance, next life insurance, to learn about it. And the final benefit is about ultimate goal of Buddhism. How can we, if we are in the cycle of life, I just forget the word. In Buddhism, we have a word samsara. I'm not sure how to call it in English again. Cycle of life. No, it's not cycle of life. It's how we are. It's how we are born, and we are reborn. Countless. It's how we have countless life. And if we are in this cycle, and in this cycle dies the word suffering covered. Yes. So the ultimate goal of Buddhism is to escape from this cycle, to find a way not to be born again, and to lose what we love again, to be sad again, to fear of death again, not to let bad emotion to happen to us again and again, to escape from those pain. The final benefit. Let's pass this slide. So, I'm not sure have you watched this movie before. Cause sometime when we learn Buddhism, there is still question that Buddhism is religion or not. People still question it. People in our generation, since since the first time they learn about the word religion, the people start the question: is Buddhism religion? Yeah. And some people feel like religion is something funny. It's something they don't want to touch. Yeah. Because from the next session, there might be some kind of thing that I'm going to tell you, and it may seem like it's not what you have learned your entire life. Sometimes, but so to learn something like actually I think it's in all religion. So sometimes I can say that to learn Buddhism is like learning another religion, that you have to go jump into it to take the pew so that you can enter. It's like you enter another dimension, another kind of knowledge. And if you are interested in it, I would like to invite you to open your mind to those knowledge, and you may come back after you listen to it. You may come to reflect on yourself that is this kind of knowledge is beneficial for me or not, and you can take it to your belief after that. And this may be all for today. And I would like to end this session with this video to maybe bring some question to your mind about life. Why meditation? A silent film is telling us the truth of life. Ask yourself, are we controlled by these natures?
I can hear him.
Okay. Yes, and that's the end. So all the question only you can answer to yourself. Yeah, that about what is behind your life is everything just what people make up to make themselves be have a frame that other people to have many disciples to be rich, or it is a fact. It's up to you whether you believe it or not, whether you want to take it into your account. Yeah. So, yeah. Yes, that's about today. Yeah, today I talk about what is Buddhism and why we should learn about it, because life is short and we should make the collect priority. What should we do? And we can, after we learn about it, we can set our goal that what if there is something that we can do to have something better in this life, we can set the better goal. And if there is a next life, if there is a highest goal that we should do, how can we achieve it? And this is the reason of learning Buddhism. The reason of people who learn Buddhism. But if this reason is not what you have in your mind, I would say that Buddhism may not be something for you. Yeah. And for today, actually, it's over 2:30 now. Do you have any question for today? If not, so let's end it here today. Thank you for listening.